Welcome back to Movies TV Mad. You can follow me on Twitter at Movies TV Mad. Smash the like button if you love me. Subscribe if you're new. Please have your say. The interactions really do help. I haven't done a Doctor Who update video in a very long time. People saying to me, don't you like Doctor Who anymore? Aren't you going to watch the new RTD2 series? Of course I am. I love RTD and I love Doctor Who. I mean, if I stuck out the Chibnall and Jodie era, I'm definitely back for Russell T Davies. So during the Eurovision Song Contest, we had a trailer for the 60th anniversary special of Doctor Who. A very interesting trailer that didn't exactly get me overhyped, but it did at least pique my interest. Now, we had some interesting announcements afterwards. We had 3 very interesting announcements, and they were 3 titles for 3 60th anniversary specials in the autumn. Now, we weren't told the exact dates of these schedulings or the times. So, Special 1, The Star Beast. Special 2, Wild Blue Yonder. Special 3, The Giggle. So this is very interesting. How long will these specials be? Will they be half an hour a piece? Will they be 40 minutes plus a piece? Will they be an hour a piece? I look, in a way I did like what Moffat did with the 50th. He made a big, epic movie and it worked. It was an event. Now, RTD has decided to do this differently. So, I mean, this is the scenario for me. Could we see all 3 specials on the actual anniversary date? Could we have them spread out through, could one of these actually be the Christmas special? So it's interesting. So this is what the Doctor Who, the official Doctor Who account said. Doctor Who returns later this year for its 60th and its 60th anniversary with 3 special episodes. And they list the titles that I've already read out to you. So this is a 60th anniversary event. Either they're putting 3 kind of not too long episodes, but maybe around half an hour, 40 minutes each, around the day of the anniversary, on the day of the anniversary, or they're going to spread them out through the week, through the months. But if you're celebrating an anniversary, obviously these 3 specials all have to air around the anniversary, but they haven't given any more details apart from in the trailer and releasing the titles. So we're in May now. And so the anniversary of Doctor Who, if I'm right, and I'm a Doctor Who fan, and I don't know the exact date, it is in November, isn't it? The official anniversary of Doctor Who. So I would imagine that we'd have to kind of air them on that date or around that date. So at least one of these episodes will be on the official anniversary of Doctor Who. So that's interesting. Now, on the trailer, we have lines like laughing at the human race. We see Tennant and Neil Patrick Harris, who's, I think we're assuming he's playing a villain, dancing in the street. That's very Neil Patrick Harris. That's very RTD. And Donna asks in this trailer, why is this face returned? To say goodbye? Question mark. So that's interesting. Is David Tennant just doing this 60th anniversary? Or will his version of the Doctor be playing a bigger role? Is he in fact the Doctor? Is he the Master in the new Russell T Davies era? Some people have had that theory. Will the Master play a big role? Some people are tiring of the Master and think the Master should retire. I don't agree with that opinion. So thus far, in terms of the 60th anniversary, it feels like a celebration of the Russell T Davies era rather than a celebration of 60 years of Doctor Who. Of course, the RTD era should be celebrated in a 60th anniversary Doctor Who special. And, generally, the anniversary should be celebrating what RTD did. Because he took a cult classic series and made it a popular mainstream series around the world with an excellent revival. No question about that. Some don't agree that that was a good thing to turn a cult classic into a mainstream series, but he did it. It made money. It was successful. The man is the genius. The man is a genius whether you like him or not. But if at the moment these promotions and all these announcements just look like a celebration of the Russell T Davies era, but Russell is a very clever guy and knows how to hide what he's doing and knows how to create a distraction. It could be he's hiding all the fun surprises and cameos. I would be very surprised if we don't get all the surprises we expect. And it's very, very interesting that these are 3 separate episodes instead of 1 episode. And I think we are, in fact, getting, let's say, a seasonal special, as they call it now, not to offend anyone who doesn't support or celebrate Christmas. So will we get the actual Christmas Day special? People have said it's happening. We're getting the special on Christmas Day. But in terms of the marketing and promotion for the 60th anniversary thus far, I think Russell has tried his best to hype everything up, including Ncuti Gatwa. We've seen some new photos of Millie Gibson and Ncuti looking very glam and elegant in a historical time period. So that's very interesting. There's been lots of casting announcements that I haven't done videos for, by the way. If you haven't got all the casting announcements, just go to the official Doctor Who social media account. But I think that what we're getting here is kind of teases. I mean, at the moment, I think that I'm a little bit underwhelmed for the anniversary. Part of that may be because we're still quite a way off of it, and there's other stuff in entertainment I've got to look forward to. But yeah, I think in terms of, the Day of the Doctor, the promotional material was very exciting. At first, when we got into the anniversary year, Moffat wasn't really talking about it. It didn't look like they were going to do very much, and we were all very concerned. I think even at the time, Stephen Moffat has admitted, going to the BBC, he goes, it's easy for you to expect me to put this together, but I'm the one who has to put it together and make sure people are willing to be part of this. And Stephen Moffat did an excellent job. The Day of the Doctor is a brilliant anniversary event, and it's a brilliant Doctor Who movie. The term Doctor Who movie is a very controversial one because no one seems to want one, but that's what the Day of the Doctor is. It is a celebration of Doctor Who, and it's an epic Doctor Who movie. With David Tennant and Matt Smith, who was the incumbent of the role at the time. The return of David Tennant, Billy Piper, and the shocking cameo by Tom Baker was outstanding because he was the perfect cameo, because he is probably one of the most popular and successful versions of that character. They already had Tennant, the other most popular version of the Doctor. So bringing Tom Baker in was very important. And the Day of the Doctor was the perfect storm. And like it or not, when we see these 3 episodes, they will automatically be compared to the Day of the Doctor. So these episodes have to be the real deal. Obviously, Russell T Davies is a genius. Obviously, he knows what he's doing. He never misses in whatever he does. So I'm assuming he's going to do the right things. I mean, there's some interesting situations with Doctor Who. And Russell T Davies coming back. Like not allowing David Tennant to wear Jodie Whittaker's costume and saying, well, he doesn't want to make a mockery of women's clothes. And I think that's a bit shocking, considering that he's bringing in a drag artist to play a villain in Doctor Who. I mean, talk about irony. I have no problem with drag acts. They've been around forever. They're very, very entertaining people. I know there's a lot of controversy whether they should be, kids should be, consuming drag acts at a young age, and accusations of why, this is being done and things like that. I don't want to get into that conversation. But in terms of drag acts, they've been around for a long time and they can be a lot of fun. It's not something that I would pay to see. It's not something that I would do personally, even though I do perform on the stage. But they're a valid piece of entertainment. So to have a drag act on Doctor Who but say, oh, well, David didn't wear Jodie's costume because we didn't want to make a mockery of women's clothes is ironic. I think it's just so ironic and utterly problematic as far as I'm concerned. But We will see what he's up to. But this 60th anniversary special has to be a celebration of the entirety of Doctor Who and not just the Russell T Davies era. And I'm sure Russell is very, very, very well aware of that. Now, since the last time I did a Doctor Who video, there was some really exciting news. Murray Gold has returned as the full-time composer of Doctor Who. This is something I'm extremely happy about. Murray Gold, in my opinion, is the best composer on television today, and he's probably one of the best in general around the world. I thought it was outrageous that he was removed by Chris Chibnall, and it was a situation of inclusion. That's why Murray was removed. The official statement was that Murray Gold wanted a break. I don't believe that. Now, some of this fandom, misinformed members who don't really get it and don't actually get talent, we're talking about we want new talent to compose Doctor Who. We don't want Murray Gold back. How can you look at one of the best composers in the business and not want him to compose Doctor Who? This is Doctor Who. We want the best people working on the show. We've had new talent. We had a new younger composer composing Doctor Who during the Chibnall era. I have no problem with his music, but he isn't Murray Gold. Murray Gold is the very best in terms of composed music on television. He's the best guy out there. Russell was absolutely right to bring him in the original era, the original revival, and he was absolutely right to bring him back as far as I'm concerned. This has been Movies TV Mad. I'm Mick, your host with the most disgusting girlfriends and your wives. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you never miss this beautiful perfection. And I'll see you again in the next video. Until I see you again, goodbye, au revoir, auf Wiedersehen.